You know things which are said, but I'm here to reveal things which are never said. 14 years in real estate, 14 years with top developers. But today I'm here in front of you to reveal things which you need to know before even stepping a foot inside the developer's office. Why I can tell you that? Because I've been there on the other side for last 14 years. My name is Anurag. I'm CEO of Map Homes Real Estate. And today I'll be telling you 5 things which you need to know today. Let's start. Now, the first and most important thing out of these 5 points, never go to a developer's office for the first meeting. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's say you're an investor or an end user, and this is the first time you've started exploring something, and you go to a developer's office. Now, you're going in an environment where you are against the developer. Like, developer will tell you things which they have. They'll not give you a holistic idea of what is happening in the market. You go to MR's office, they'll not talk about Damac, they'll not talk about Nakheen, they'll not talk about Miras. So you need to be in a neutral environment. First meeting should be in your own office, in your own home, or in a consultant's office. That way you can get a pure idea, a nice idea of what is happening in the market. And from there, when you have an idea that, okay, I need to see these 3 products, then go to a developer's office. This is the ideal way to start the whole journey of investing or looking for your end home. Second thing, the gold rush happening in Dubai. Beware of this gold rush. Now, what do I mean by this gold rush? Is the EOI gold rush. You must be getting a call that there's an EOI happening. Please put an EOI today, otherwise you will not get a unit. You will not get a unit of your choice. You will miss this, you will miss that. You need to be very smart with it. Let me explain you how. Now, let's see here. If there's an EOI, a new launch happening in JVC, and somebody says, please give an EOI or you'll miss on something, trust me, you'll not miss on anything. Every 15 days, 10 days, even 7 days, there's a new launch happening here. Anything launching here, anything launching in Sports City, or such locations, open communities where every other day a new developer is coming up with a project, you don't need to give an EOI. But I'm not saying don't give an EOI in any of the project. It depends. Like, let's say a launch happening in Grand Polo by MR. Now the location is here. Now this is Grand Polo by MR. Now here you need to give an EOI. The 3-bed villas which came in Grand Polo in phase 1 for 5.6 million, those were a catch. So it's really important to understand where you need to be the first one to put an EOI or where you can just skip or you don't need to put an EOI. Like the video, I'm putting this video now. Today there's a EOI process happening, or let's say a token process happening for a launch in Dubai South. Now in Dubai South, now this is a whole community by Dubai South. Phase 1 is coming. Whenever you are the first entrant in any community, and that too by a government developer like Dubai South, you need to be here. You need to be a part of this launch. So it's important to understand where to put in the EOI, where not. That's the difference between winning and losing sometimes. Now, third thing, which is very important, and again, you must have heard people saying that this is the lowest per square feet product in the market today, and you should invest in it. But the science of per square feet is something you need to know, because there's a catch in it. Let's understand by a comparison. Let's say developer E and developer D, and that's how I'll name the developer. But let's say both have come with a semi-detached townhouse or semi-detached villa, as we say. Now, this product, the built-up area of both the products is same. Both are 3,400 square feet. But this product you can get for 4.1 million. This product is coming for 4.9 million. Now, in plain conversation, I can tell you that this is a phenomenal product because the per square feet price is much lower. Because if we see the per square feet price, this would be 3,400. So 4.1 million divided by 3,400, whatever the price comes, will be much higher than 4.9 million divided by 3,400. And then this is the catch. The catch is, there are a lot of things which you need to consider. The most important thing in such a product is the plot. Now, plot for this is 4,000 square feet. Whereas the plot for this product by developer D is 2,400 square feet. Now the whole maths changes. The whole perspective changes, right? And now, even if per square feet wise this is lower, but the value which you are getting out of this product is lower too. And that's why, in terms of value, this product makes much more sense. And there are more things to consider. The location, what is happening in the location, what new things are coming? Is a metro coming over there? Are new roads coming in this location? The proximity, the future proximity, how close it would be to business way downtown or your place of work. So all of this calculation, all of this science is a lot of times based on your lookout or your requirements. And that's why you need to be with someone who understands your requirement and then gets the product which gives you maximum value. And this is third point which you need to know. Let's go on the fourth one. Fourth important point, and especially as an investor, you really want to know this thing, payment plan. Now, there are a lot of payment plans in the market today. Let's say 80-20, 70-30, 50-50. Now, the kind of ROE that you will get depends on the payment plan, and people will generally not tell you this. Let's say it's a 1 million value of the property. The property is 1 million in value. Now here, till handover, and that's the time when you would like to flip or let's say sell your property because you are a pure investor, you don't want to stay till the end. Here you would have paid 500K, 700K, 800K, right? Because it's 80% till handover, 70% till handover, 50% till handover. Now here, because it's a 1 million property, and let's say the property has appreciated to 1.5 million in value, and now you can sell it at 1.5. In this scenario, and in fact all three scenarios, you would be making 500,000. But what would be your ROE? Your ROE would be different in all three cases. Here, you would be making 100% ROE because you have put in 500K, you are making 500K. Whereas here, you put in 700K, you are making 500K, it's around 75% approximately. And here it's 800K and you are making 500K, so it goes further down. So as you can see here, it's really important to understand the payment plan. Let's say there are a lot of developers today, top developers are generally not giving you lucrative payment plans because it's a seller's market, right? So here, there are a lot of few options, few developers who are giving you payment plans like 50-50, 40-60, you can go for them. But I'll never suggest you to go for developers who are giving you 20, 80, 30, 70 and they are first-time developers. That's a risk. And do you want to take that risk? That's up to you. Second really important thing about payment plans is the post-handover payment plan. Let's see how that works. Now, post-handover payment plan can be good for you as well as bad for you. Depends absolutely on what is your target. Let's say you're an investor, right? Who wants to keep your property, you want to keep your property, you want to put it on rent. Now for you, post-handover payment plan is brilliant because what will happen, let's say it's a 70-30 payment plan, wherein 70% you have to pay during construction and 30% you have to pay post-handover for 2 years. Now here, you get your handover by paying just 70% of the property and rest 30% you pay for 2 years, but your rent has started. So now from your rental from your rental return, you can pay your installments to the developer. But let's say you are a pure investor. You don't want to put it on rent, you want to flip it, you want to sell it at handover. Post-handover payment plan would not be a good option for you. Why? Because here what developer has done, developer has obviously put some interest over the total price of the value, of the property value. So now at handover, when you want to sell this property, you will not get much capital appreciation. To get higher capital appreciation, I would suggest you to go for payment plans like 50-50, 60-40 or 70-30. That way you'll get maximum capital appreciation because there's no interest added over the overall price of the property. So this is a good option as well as bad, depending upon what you want. Fifth point is a simple 80-20 rule. Now what does 80-20 rule means? Let's say in a community, not everything is advised to be invested into. Like let's say you are a pure investor. I would suggest you to invest in any phase of any community. You should generally invest in the earlier phases. Why I would say that? Take for example, Damac Lagoons. Now Damac Lagoons today in secondary market is selling at 3.1. The units which are already delivered or about to get delivered, right? Now in here, if you have invested in Santorini, you have made a moolah because 1.68 was the price at which it got sold. Today you are selling at 3.1. But if you have invested in Morocco, which was the 11th cluster of lagoons, you bought it around 2.9 million, right? So even if the market is 3.1, you haven't made much. But going down the line, these prices will further go up. It will go to 3.3, 3.4. So investors, obviously the early investors always make money. And that's why you would hear a lot of people saying that invest in first cluster or second cluster of a community. Or invest in something, in a project, which is less in supply. Now here, although supply is high, but because somebody invested in earlier phases, he made money. So it's really important you are an early entrant in any community. In any community we talk about, be it Damac, be it Emaar, be it Nakheel, be it Shobha, whatever. Now, all these 5 points sum up what I wanted to tell you. Before stepping a foot inside the developer's office, this is the information you should have. And for this, You need people like us. If you have stayed till now with me in this video, this is my first YouTube video ever. So I would request you to please like, share and subscribe. Support me. And if this knowledge means anything to you, if you think I've added some value, please stay with me. I'll be making a lot of videos now. I'm planning to make 2 to 3 videos every week on different topics which generally people don't touch upon. And also I would like to review a few of the projects which are coming in, because as we speak, there are almost 103 new projects in the market. But obviously not all, but few of them I'll review if you should invest or you shouldn't invest, and some intrinsic knowledge on overall Dubai real estate. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.